integrity over everything. Service before self. Excellence everywhere. You get to choose what you're going to be an overbeliever in. What's up, everybody? We got 2 words for you today. 2 words. Here they are. 5 P's. 5 P's. Now, let me ask you a question. When is the game won? I mean, you think about your sport. When do you win the game? Some of you might say, well, we win the game when we score more points than the other team. Charles Barkley, you score more points than the other team, you're going to win the game. Some of you say, we'll win the game when the clock ticks out to 0. Somebody say, well, when the old lady sings. Some people may say, we win the game in the trenches. And while those things aren't wrong, listen to me, they're not exactly right either. Because if you want to outscore your opponent on Friday night, listen, you've got to outwork them Saturday to Thursday. If you want victory on Tuesday night, then you've got to win Wednesday to Monday. Because listen, victory is not had simply on the playing field, but it's had on the practice field. That if you want to win in the game, you've got to win in practice. And why is that? 5 P's. Prior preparation permits proper performance. Prior preparation permits proper performance. You will never reach the fullness of your potential. You will never play at your highest level. You will never learn at your highest level so long as you do not prepare to do so. You may score more points than the other team. You may win the game. You may have a better record, but you will not reach your potential if you do not prepare to do so. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how many people you are stronger than if you're not your strongest. I don't care how many people you are faster than if you're not your fastest. I don't care how many people you are smarter than if you're not your smartest. I don't care how few lies you tell if you tell a lie at all. Listen, you will never reach the fullness of your potential if you do not prepare to do so. Now, as soon as I start talking about practice, some of you are going to trip like Allen Iverson back in the day, being like, you talking about practice? Practice? Yes, I'm talking about practice because listen to me. The greatest success in your game is found in practice. You know why? Because how much time do you spend in a year in game? How much time of your year do you spend under the lights? Very little. In fact, I did the math, and you will spend only 8% of your time actually competing, actually under the lights. And so you know what that means? That means you spend 92% of your time in your sport in the weight room, in the film room, practicing, sprinting, learning, studying. The majority of your time, 92% of your time is spent in practice, and only 8% is spent in the game. And so if you want to be successful in the 8%, you've got to prepare in the 92. But person after person will never do that. Person after person will compartmentalize. Person after person, athlete, coach, student alike, they will compartmentalize and they'll say, well, I've got the game time here under the lights in this box. And I've got practice right here in this box. And I've got film in this box. And I've got school in this box. And relationships in this box. And Friday night in this box. And we'll compartmentalize. But listen, if you do that, you're making a mistake. Because you cannot compartmentalize practice from the game. They're not 2 different things. They're one and the same. You can tell how much you love your team by the choices you make outside the locker room. You can tell how much you want to win in the game by the choices you make in practice. You want to be successful in the 8, you've got to be successful in the 92. They go hand in hand together. And what's true in sports is true in life. I saw this on Twitter just the other day. It said this: some gamers love to shine under the lights, but go through the motions at practice. Real gamers shine every rep, every day in practice. You know why I love that tweet? Because it drives home something that's so very true. That if you want to be successful in the 8, you've got to be successful in the 92. Because success in the 8 is the gradual success of your practice, of what you do day in and day out, in the summer and in off season, on Saturdays and on Mondays, what happens over and over again every single day when you're putting in. Then in the 8 can you get out. Everything that you're doing today is preparing you for what you will do tomorrow. The way that you spend today practicing is the way that you're going to execute in life tomorrow. You see, if you want to know what you're going to be like in the future, just look at what you're like right now. You want to know what kind of employee or kind of employer you're going to be in the future? Then just look at what kind of teammates you are. You want to know what kind of spouse you're going to be? Then just look at the way that you treat your parents and your best friends. You want to know what kind of work ethic you will have? Look at the work ethic that you do have. It's not complicated, it's simple. If you want to know what you will do, look at what you are doing. And if you want to change what you will do, you change what you are doing today. Because what happens in the 92 affects the 8. Prior preparation permits proper performance. It's true in the game of sports, and it's true in life. That's why your teachers and coaches spend so much time investing in your personal development today. It's the reason that they teach you how to learn today. It's the reason that they're focusing you in the right direction today. It's the reason that they're giving you guideposts in your life to find success today, because they know what you've been taught and what you learn and what you focus on today is what you will find success in tomorrow. Listen, success is not complicated, it's simple. The better you prepare in the 92, the better you'll perform in the 8. So don't make the mistake of thinking that you can separate and compartmentalize practice from performance. It does not work that way. You want to be successful in sports and you want to be successful in life. It's not about showing up under the lights. It's about showing up every single day and every single rep in practice in the hard times when nobody's watching, when there are no lights, when there are no cameras, when there's nobody to grab headlines, when nobody will ever know the work and the effort and the sacrifice that you're putting in your education, in your character, in your weight room workouts, in your skills, in your sport. It's when you put it in then, when nobody's watching, that you can perform and show up when everybody's watching. Friends, you want to find success in the game of life? You want to find success in sports? It's simple. It comes down to the 5 P's. Prior preparation permits proper performance. Let's have a good one today.